So next week on March 2nd, I will be teaching a class at my old college, which I'm pretty excited about. And it got me thinking about all the things that I wish I would have done differently in college. So that's what this video is about. 5 things I wish I would have done differently in college. Guys, if you're new here, my name is Alfred Amaro and welcome to the Wayne Gretzky Show. If this is your first time checking out my channel, definitely scroll down and consider subscribing. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers around here and every single one of you counts. Most videos don't start off in the car like this, but today's video is we are on a mission to find something to eat. With that being said, let's jump right into this thing. This parking lot is gonna be so full.
Can I do an order of the calamari?
Avery, is there anything you would do differently if you were to go to college again?
No, I don't think so.
So the first and most important thing that I regret mostly not doing is working less. I was working 52-hour work weeks, and therefore I was having a lot less time for school activities and studying for that matter as well. I wish I would have taken a part-time job that was only about 20 hours, and I wish that job would have been somewhere on campus or somewhere that was nearby that was like walking distance. I spent a lot of time commuting back and forth to work, to school, and then to home. So it was really allocating a lot of my time. In my head, I was like rolling in the dough. A lot of my friends didn't have as much money as I did, and that's because they weren't working at all or they were just getting FAFSA money, and that's something that I didn't even qualify for. And that's a really cool thing sometimes, because there's things like concerts and things that you would like to do but don't have the money to because you're too broke and you're a college student. But I mean, that was kind of like the give or take for it. I worked way too much and they probably got to enjoy their time on campus a little bit more. So that's my number 1.
Enjoy so much.
Thank you. So believe me when I say you have your whole life to work. For the number 2 spot for this video, I have dorming. I really wish I would have dormed my freshman year. I was living in an apartment at the time because I thought that would have been the better idea because you get more privacy and I didn't really feel like living with everybody. In fact, I kind of did it like wrong in my opinion. If I were to dorm, a lot of things probably would have been different. I probably would have had better grades. I probably would have studied a little bit more than I did. And I probably would have been on campus more than I was already, which was pretty much nothing, only go to class. Now, the thing about dorms is it's super expensive, and I remember that's the reason why I really didn't do it at the time. I think it was around $6,000 either for the semester or for the year. I can't really remember which one right now, but at Cal State Northridge, I remember it being pricey at the time. But looking back on it now, $6,000 is a lot of money, but I do already think that I was paying a fraction of that already just by rent, utilities, commuting, gas, and more importantly, my time. I'm not exactly sure what other upsides I could have potentially had. Other than that, just being on school more often and attending more school activities. I probably would have gotten to know a couple more people, and having people that you know on campus does come in handy. I remember very frequently when I would miss a class, I had nobody to hit up to ask what the assignments was for that day. And that's mainly due to my inability to socialize, at least at the time. And again, I do think that in general, I probably would have missed out a lot less for parties or activities, but I mean, that's just how the game goes. If you're gonna be living anywhere off campus, that's definitely something to consider. Now, the third thing that I probably would have done is I would have either joined a sport, activity, a club, or even a frat. Well, probably not a frat, but I would have joined something. What I'm saying is I wish I would have networked better. All these people that you meet are gonna be future customers, clients, and they could even be your future boss. They're just opportunities waiting to happen. Well, because a lot of those people your age are going through the same thing you are. If I knew what I knew about business now back then, I would have been literally walking around campus every single day, jotting down people's names, phone numbers, and emails. That's all gold, and that's all stuff you can build a business on later. There's gonna be people that you meet that have different abilities than you do, people that can code websites better than you, people that could take better photos than you, and people that could get better footage, logos, marketing, branding, all stuff that you can maybe utilize for a business in the future. And even vice versa. If you're good at those things, maybe they need you in the future and you could sell your services to them. Trust me, every single person on that campus is data, and data can lead you to a very successful business. So yeah, networking. Use this as an opportunity to network with as many people as you possibly can. In the number 4 spot, I have another very important one to myself, and that was please do not take any 7 or 8 a.m. classes. Trust me, for the love of God, if you don't absolutely need to. Sometimes scheduling classes, you have no other options and you need to take those, which in that case, definitely go for it. But if it is avoidable, definitely take it into deep consideration. My 8 a.m. classes were the ones I had the most problem with attendance in, and as well as my grades suffering. And on average, if I ditched any classes, those were probably the first ones to go. Everybody in that class is tired and does not want to be there. And professors are really no different sometimes. If you do get stuck with an 8 a.m. class, just make sure you grab a couple people's phone numbers. I really advise it. And last but not least, this one is a little bit philosophical, and trust me on this one, everyone is just as lost as you are. I remember vividly walking around campus and sitting in class thinking to myself, wow, I do not belong here with these people. They're light years ahead of me, and in my head, I probably shouldn't have been there. I was thinking to myself, these people are dialed in. Who am I fooling to pretend that I'm supposed to be here? But trust me, if you had a conversation with any of those people on campus, you'll quickly realize that they're just going through the same things that you are. Everyone there is just figuring it out along the way, and that's kind of the premise of college, is figuring stuff out and figuring out who you are, what you like, what you don't like, and just gathering tools and knowledge that'll better equip you for later in the future. You're paying for college. It is coming out of your pocket, so make sure you go to class. I had an amazing time in college, but don't get me wrong, I'm actually really glad that it's over. You're talking to somebody that was on academic probation at CSUN and then eventually got flunked out. I ended up getting my degree from LA Mission College and with an associate's in web and graphic design. I had a blast there. I loved it, and I really do appreciate everything that I learned. And I really appreciate everybody that I met along the way, because if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be doing or be where I'm at right now. So yeah, I guess that I'm glad that it worked out this way. If you guys are interested, I'll definitely post next week's speech, and it'll be definitely about branding, marketing, and logo design. I think somewhere in that realm. It's a Photoshop 2 class that I'm talking to, so yeah. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the video, definitely give it a like. And if you're feeling really generous, hey, consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it. Seriously, we're trying to get to 10,000 subs around here, but I need your guys' help to do it. If it's your first time here, again, welcome. I'm glad to see every single one of you guys make it this week. I hope you guys can learn for my mistakes, quote unquote. But yeah, with that being said, I will see you guys next week. Peace.